for battle.
Thank you, Sheever and the gents. T, are you ready? One more game of Division 2 playoffs and it comes to an end.
The next label play. The next label play.
Something dire, this something dire, this way comes.
Feels like the series where he definitely starts to pop off, so to say, as he's played a good Mirana game. We doubted it. Got the Razor pick coming in. All right, a new one. Does he do
the same
as well
smoke,
in this
though.
one as well?
I wasn't really looking, but with the same aggressive smoke. But Alliance, they're postured, they're ready. Look at them.
Yeah,
They're
because
collapsing.
Alliance approached Live to Win
30
last time on their
seconds
high
to
ground.
battle.
Now it's the opposite way. Live to Win don't get the initiation out of it. S4 hasn't leveled up anything yet. Doesn't chance for the spear to line up on the lifestealer.
Fake
so.
hype. Oh well.
Fake hype. It's a bit of a hello.
Yeah, alas. Realistically, Live to Win positioning themselves there. Like, where is their damage? Sven's done, Lesh done, Leader's done, and other than that, Lifestealer and Chen, they kind of watch from a distance. So, yeah. Good for Live to Win not to try and actually force that out too much.
The battle
and,
begins.
I think... Oh, hold on. Seneko
Able to steal a bounty. Ooh, nice body blocking there. That's going to be 3-1 bounties by the looks of it, if they get that river bounty in top. And before we start talking about heroes, a lane swap is happening. Lifestealer's going top. Sven is coming bottom. And Nico Baby is in bottom. So Alliance are going back to the aggro tri-lane to punish Live to Win safe lane.
Yeah, I love the fact that like this is why best of five is so like beautiful to watch, because over the series you see this kind of like internal development, like the draft changes, the playstyle, the bounty rune contest, and you see here they put this Lifestealer top in that 1v1. They expect the aggressive tri lane, and yeah. I think that they mentioned on the panel the idea of there's an interview about the Razor has to lane into the Lifestealer. But for this, when you have a troll, the troll can also lane into the Lifestealer and be aggressive if there's a tri lane present.
Can. And now the swap teleports come in.
But this is where, again, Live to Win, they have the advantage here because they can utilize this Chen TP to
Radiant's
bring the
courier
Lifestealer down
has
bottom
been
if they
killed.
want, once maybe a support shows top as well.
They can.
Yes.
Lifestealer decided to teleport to top there when he was sitting in the mid area, but now
there it
it's
is.
teleporting him.
Whoop.
And there we go. So,
Lane shenanigans.
pull down.
Bless.
Happen. What I wanted to talk about right away at the start with these shenanigans going on was Limp opting to go for Boots of Speed instantly, and I love it because it allows him to hold that static link. Ledges are really
Okay,
fast.
on the courier. No, wait, what? Did it? He's only got...
Now he's buying it. He hasn't got it right.
Oh, sorry, I see. So, okay, it's in his quick buy.
Yeah,
Okay, I was like,
quick buy.
are we seeing different things here, Chief? Okay, no. Yeah, the idea is he wants to be able to lane, and then, of course, Raze is all about move speed. It's all about getting that static link and being able to nab that damage. So, for sure, very, very good item for him to go for. But for me, the idea
Build the
is...
Razor.
I think first we need to look towards the Lifestealer and think about he is the one in the matchup which is hard countered by the Lifestealer. Last time we saw a Lifestealer game v Razor, the one time in this tournament was against Na'Vi. The Lifestealer...
Denied.
from the static link, but then also the Nullify gave him that kill potential to deal with the likes of the Razor's items. So I think, again, this will be the perfect item build for him against an Omni Knight, against a Razor. He needs move speed, he needs a Nullifier. Just go all out aggressive.
Listen, this is also the game that really matters here. I like the idea of bringing in new heroes for game 5s. We saw that yesterday, where I actually talked with Excess Vampire after their series, and they were just like, we had been playing a long day, and we just felt like playing something fun. We wanted to have fun, and they went for Techies last game, so that was a bit of a different approach. This is a Grand Finals game, but still a game 5, and unique heroes popping up.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a we want to win the tournament mentality, but for showmanship, go for it.
Yeah, indeed. There we go. Limp gets the static link onto the Lesh. Damage for himself. Has a big advantage now with the Boots of Speed, since Lesh doesn't have the same.
The other thing as well is we don't really have a lot of like kind of data on the whole idea of Lifestealer v Razor, right? Especially in this patch. But the idea of what Razor wants to do in the game, he can't really leave his tower undefended because, again, to reference the Na'Vi game, they had a Death Rocker. The Death Rocker just instantly took the tower, controlled the tempo, and we never got to see the perfect moment where Razor was truly taking away the Lifestealer from the game. And that's where I think this Leshrac pick, it kind of fills the same role, where if the Razor ever leaves lane to go jungle, for example, suddenly your tower's fallen. If the Razor overcommits onto a lifesteal early on, this big magic damage, it can cover him. And the new age lifesteal as well with this Infest, that additional move speed when you jump inside someone, if you're getting inside a Leshrac and this Razor's overcommitted and overset his mark, he's easily going to die to what Leshrac provides. So again, I don't think it's as simple as Razor beats Lifestealer, because the team around the Lifestealer can complement him heavily in removing what Razor normally does or used to back in the day.
Differences. I think if we look at this top lane, Nico Baby has been getting a lot of punishment here from Lina and Sven, but still doing great in CS right now. 2 stuns come out onto Nico, and he's gonna turn Immersions in a very awkward spot because his own creep wave is body blocking him from the only boss's position. He wanted to pathfind himself closer to the tower. Lucky there, he's got a lot of 1-stacks.
It'll be really interesting to see at the end of this game, like for Alliance, they reacted so quickly to the Sven pick with their troll, a tried and tested carry against Sven, a very good counter to what the core Sven provides. But then with Live to Win with their track history of Sven, flexing it down to the offlane role, it'll be interesting if Alliance actually have the momentum to punish the type of lineup, the flex that Live to Win presented in their draft, because it could also be a big shortcoming, right? The early timings, the itemization from Lifestealer as well. I've mentioned the Manta, the move speed, and then the Nullifier for aggression. He could also go tank up. He could go for the Armlet. He could go for ACE Halberd. He could play for the fact that Troll can never play Dota. And then sure, he might lose his damage, but then it's still the Leshrac show. And then eventually Sven scales into the game. So yeah, Lifestealer has 2 options to itemize this game, but for me, it's all about FN on this Leshrac. Can he shut down the early pressure that a Razor kind of wants to bring to the game?
Yeah, we've seen some aggressive Leshracs throughout this tournament, but Hansken and Limp feel otherwise, and the first blood will be picked up by Limp on the Razor with the help of Hansken's Rubik.
Yeah, and this is what Alliance need to do. They need to take away the key hero in Live to Win's draft, and especially with the catapult wave, it is going to start applying some pressure.
And about taking away safe space, Lesh is now feeling very vulnerable against these 2 heroes. They get that first kill, maybe looking towards even more. Razor's hit level 6, almost level 7, and Lesh still at 5. Will get 6 and the next creep wave. Trolls also opting to go for that early Morbid Mask for a bit of extra life steal, able to jungle out as well. Very important for the Troll Warlord to keep up that farming pace. As Afterlife stuns out, the LSA stun as well on top of Nico Baby, half HP. Miss chances applied on both of these heroes, but they still have a lot of abilities. FN is taken down by Limp again. And Hansken's just bullying this guy to death. Limp gets another one.
But look at the vision that Alliance have admit. They've identified that Leshrac's the key figure. Double observer setup. There's no, like, the Rubik can't get seen. Because they have the wards first, if Live to Win do try and react and get their own vision out, it most likely will be seen. So yeah, it's a great play from Limp and Hansken, but just punishing the aggression that they want to provide.
Indeed, the mid lane goggles have been placed.
Yes, for sure.
An eye open on that. However, CS department. Well, this is looking like the start of our series here, as Alliance closing up on that triple CS lead for themselves. Lesh and Sven are behind. Lesh also dying twice is a good start for Alliance here.
Yeah, Limp actually, I think more importantly, you asked me the question earlier, but we didn't get around to answering it. It was the idea of what items will Razor want to buy. And as you see from his quick buy, he's going for a blade mill. Like, he's realized, like, well, the only way he dies is Leshrac on top of him. So if he gets the blade mail, he can become this, like, tanky unit, and suddenly Lifestealer can't kill him because of the static link. Leshrac can't kill him because of the blade mail threat. So soon, Limp could easily become this unkillable hero. You pair it with the Omni Knight as well. This is going to be soon a raid boss leaving the lane phase.
Limp and Hansken are not feeling afraid at all. That ward has spotted Afterlife and Immersion moving in as Limp is taking the battle straight to the Leshrac. Here comes Esport, beautiful spear. And FN is killed for the 3rd time in 8 minutes. Limp chasing for more. Seneko not gonna be lucky. And that is a killing spree, a start for a spree for this Razor on Limp.
Oh, and he gets the jelly. Oh, Limp is
and
absolutely filled there in mid. Oh, and that's a strong
And
tip.
tip.
He doesn't tip.
That's
You
a
know
hat
what?
trick.
He doesn't tip the kill. He waits to get the jelly, consumes the jelly, and goes, my farm is on point. You're dead 3 times. Then he hits the tip. So, to me, that was like top
That's a
5
hat
series tip. Like, it's not like a premium tip like we've seen earlier, but like it's up there. Like their alliance are
It's a juicy
improving.
one.
Yeah, for sure. They are improving their tips for sure of the series.
It's so important, like, we're thinking about all these things because they're really crucial parts of what these players are feeling.
No, they're not.
What's their mental?
We're chatting
I
so
know.
much shit right now.
Yeah, we do exactly, man.
Players, all right. Okay, if this was like a couple years ago, right, I'd respect that. But right now, today, modern day, players are so well. You know, they're used to the tips. They're used to seeing it. You know, they can't mute it. They had to learn, adapt, overcome. So yeah, they brush it off quite quickly.
It's a mechanic, so to say. It doesn't really apply mental damage in the same way I might have thought it might have done a few years ago, but we're already used. However, 4 kills for Alliance, 0 for Live to win. Lifestealer leading net worth for now, but for how long? When are they going to start pressuring this Lifestealer? Do they pressure this Lifestealer at all? It feels like Dream has been having a lot of free time in all of these early games.
Well, the pressure comes from when the team fights start developing from the side of Alliance, when the arena comes in, the Raze is able to connect that static link onto the Lifestealer, then you can mitigate him. But until then, it's kind of hard. Like, I'd like to see, maybe let's rotate him down. He waits for the rune. I'd like to see the Razor push out his mid wave, apply some pressure to the safe lane, and start forcing the Lifestealer and Leshrac to the same part of the map, into that jungle area.
Yeah. Being bullied in mid, can't go for the action rune. Sven picks up the invis, but only takes it 2 into jungle. I was looking at the stacking situation, and there's not really that many stacks on Alliance's side because of the change in their carry hero pools. We have a double stack on the triangle, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's the key identifier, right? You have Nika Baby playing the troll. He's not buying a Battle Fury because he knows he just needs to be able to fight. Gets the Yasha, most likely Basher after that BKB to finish it up. And that's when they're going to look to hit their big timing, maybe get that Aegis. And Aegis will be that cushioning factor where they can try and at least get their first racks. But for now, yeah, I love the fact they're not seeing a Battle Fury and troll. And that's like you mentioned, they're not going for the stacks because they're scared that potentially the offlane Sven could come in invade still.
And Mars is coming in to contest this push from FN, Nico Baby. And FNG walk into the hands of FN. He walks out of the arena though, so a bit off target by S4. Lesh will live. However, in mid, there's another battle almost burling off here as the Limp actually gets to walk out with the Penitent still on him. They get to hold their tier 1 tower. 240 HP though, so Alliance might just make another move on this mid tier. Wow.
Yeah, FN's very lucky in the top lane not to get a 4th death to his name. Like, the rotations he's making, he's really trying to force it, but it's so hard. Now they automatically smoke up. There's no arena available for Alliance, one of the key spells for the early defense, and now that's down, they are going to look for a fight. They have a lot of explosive damage now. You know, the stun, like they have triple stun, right? Like, whoever they find, they're going to combo down. Oh, well.
They're going to have to go in right away, and the vision comes out, but the spear is going to be enough for S4 by the time they cross the high ground. Let's just on the top side. FN's too late for this.
Bit late, yeah.
Limp and S4 will be fine.
Money to burn.
This again, the decision making, I feel like, Live to win, realizing they're still smoked, but they're on the low ground, sitting still, and crossing the high ground took a bit too long, and by the time it broke, Mars is like, they're still crossing, he gets the spear off, he halts the Sven approach completely.
Yeah, they really needed to find, like, they had to be all 3 ready, stun, burst, and get out. But of course, when they only had 2 stuns and S4 great reactions to instantly get the spear off as well, like, it completely prevented Live to win to have a little bit of confidence there. But now the reaction smoked.
Yeah, and also they get the tower, and they might even get to defend this mid tower. The Glyph comes out, Immersion used his TP. Sven, Lifestealer, Chen, nobody coming in yet. Alliance holding back, and look at the patience. Look at the patience in the river. Hunskin, S4, FNG. No blink on the Mars.
Radiant's
They
middle
will
tower
find the
has
tower
fallen.
first, undefended by Live to win. Still moving deeper. The Centaur available as well. Immersion, he's thinking about it.
See the mango
And he might just get caught here. There we go. The arena comes out. The spear connection onto Lina as well. And FNG and Limp will be there. But Lina's still surviving. LSA stun onto S4. Hadouken comes out with the stun from the Stormhammer. But Alliance are not losing any heroes, and neither is the Lina killed. And that is another arena for no kills for Alliance. FN gets to clear out the Chen army.
Yeah, Live to win. They kind of showcasing there one of the weaknesses in their draft, which is the lack of easy stun that they have. They mentioned it on the panel, the idea of Live to win. They have, you know, Sven stun. They have this LSA, sorry, and then they also have Spit Earth. But all three of these stuns, they're not easy to hit. They're not clean. Of course, Fenton technically is, but it's the idea that for Alliance, when they make a rotation or an engagement that doesn't go too well, they can easily just run away, right? Like, there's not this big team fight spell that's going to lock them into the engagement and punish any over-aggression.
Yep.
And on top of that, you have this Omni Knight factor. Like, it just even amplifies his impact. Before Sven has level 15, no one, like Razor or Troll, there's no way these guys are going to get locked down for too long.
You can see FN's got that Yule's ready, and because Lesh has opted to go for Yule's, Lina is going for Aether Lens. So we get that support hero with extra cast range for the stun, and Lesh already has one way to set up, but as said, those setups ain't very easy, and especially if Alliance start to approach BKB timers, which is very potential for their heroes, get a whole lot more complicated. Alliance going full aggression in top, securing the tier 1 tower for themselves by the looks of it. They're still here as 4. The only one who isn't here is Troll, and Troll is farming those double stacks. Aired out the Ancients. Time of his life, just farming out while the rest of his team is making space.
Yeah, Alliance just identified the fact that this Leshrac is in recovery mode. Dream might look for an engagement here with some maybe open wounds play to force out TPs, but again, it's such a reach, right? When the start of your team fight is described as Lifestealer runs in with open wounds, it sounds pretty naff. So yeah, Live to Win, they're struggling right now with actually how to deal with the pressure that Alliance can apply. First static link onto Live in the game.
Pretty careful here. The slow comes out. This time a beautiful connection. S4. He missed twice, but he will not miss a third time. Meanwhile, on top, Olymp is being chased up by Dream. Open wounds has been used, and you can't get to this Razor. He's got his ulti on. He's got 92 static link damage. What you gonna do about him? Just wonder.
As FN died bottom, the Razor just linked up the Lifestealer, and then Lifestealer's like, I forgot that. I do literally nothing to you, Razor. Forgive me, sir. Yep. The rune is yours, and he's just gonna run away.
And they also have, well, if I look correct, yeah, they have, the Razor has 1 movement speed less than the Lifestealer.
Oh, that's, Can we get a buff, please? 7.28. We need to buff.
Yeah.
It's actually broken, thanks.
Well, closing up on the BKB. Pulled away from the hammer, plus recipe.
We didn't factor in the phase boots from the Lifestealer. It's actually broken. The phase boots.
Actually broken, yeah. But that's also Razor opting to go for power treads.
Exactly. He's looking to be tanky. He's looking to be in the fight, exist for as long as possible. Make sure that static link has full effect. You see that with the Blade Mail for the Leshrac, the BKB as well to deal with the early magic damage.
Yeah.
Limp's job, like in that previous game, he was the Mirana for the egg. In this game, he is the Razor for the Lifestealer. He is just hard countering a core component of Live to Win's lineup.
But in that case, shouldn't you still kind of go for face boots on Razor for the static link?
It's too
Is it
right?
too big? Yeah,
no, because like, the idea
too
is
big of a difference. Yeah.
Yes, it's a massive difference in the idea of treads. You're tankier from the magic damage. You have more HP. Also, you can technically farm more efficiently with the whole tread switching. And then phase boots, it does a lot of physical damage. Right now, he's not dying to that. He's dying to the magic damage, and that's why he went to tread.
Oh, Oscar in trouble. Look at the damage. Instantly broken. And also Immersion pinned onto the wall. Limp will show up. The LSA stun from Immersion. Dream is coming in as well. Afterlife is looking for an opportunity to throw in a stun. 3 more seconds. Taking down the Rubik, they are able to secure Immersion, and that is a rough spot for S4 because he can throw his ulti, and then it's kind of a then what moment.
And Alliance, they're just kind of buying their time, right? Like Nika Baby, he's already been in the game. He has SMY. He's got 9.5k net worth. When he has Basher, he'll probably look to be really active. And I think we just are keeping there in that engagement. The idea, as Lina will fall. Unfortunate Immersion. Goodbye. And you saw how Lifestealer, when he activates phase boots with the Warcry from the Sven, he can easily disconnect from the Razor. And Razor, once he gets to BKB, that's when you'll be able to get away from those stuns and try and keep on top of him. But Lifestealer, he will move very quickly in these fights. And if he can quickly break that static link, suddenly you don't have that hard counter in play. We might see Live to Win to take the fight, but Alliance, they're straight into Roshan, pummeling it down. Literally just not quite ready. Yeah, they're just not ready to take an engagement. Lifestealer, he needs like AC plus 1 item. This supports, sorry, offlane Sven. Wow. He has a vessel, that's it. Like, he's not providing the damage. And Leshrac, such a horrendous start to the game, dying 4 times now. He needs something. He's going for a Kaya Sand. I never thought I'd say that whilst casting a game before, but he's just trying to buy some type of cheap item to survive, because Live to Win, if they continue like they are, dodging every fight, then eventually they're going to get just out-farmed on the map, and they're going to miss their key timing.
I also like I mean, this is kind of a moment where you like and dislike. So we're talking about the vessel on Sven. I like this. I like it because it's a long-term solution for like the later parts of the game where that vessel really kicks in. But like you said, right now it doesn't really provide damage, and well, Sven's damage output at the early game is not exactly the best anyway. So
it's not even the damage component; it's the idea of what you're bringing to the fight. And when you're against an Omni Knight, the Razor Suit BKB, Troll has Aegis. Like this vessel is so easily removed on the side of Alliance, and even like with the battle trance, you can remove it as well. Like it just feels like not too optimal, especially when we spoke about how amazing Glimmer Cape is. Like this offlane Sven, imagine he went for his original first offlane Sven, like a Glimmer 4-star type play, get additional disconnects into your draft, some more kite. It sounds really clowny because I'm talking about a Sven here, but I feel like this vessel might just feel like a weird item. But also positives from it, you can prevent the Mars from blinking into the engagement. You might be able to bait out a guard, a Heavenly Grace if you vessel the target and suddenly Omni's wasting that spell. You know, it could open up some cool plays. But
quick TP's out, and Sven is taking a very dangerous detour, but it pays off for him. He takes the different side Alliance is approaching from, so Sven gets to cross the entire map to safety, and oh, look at that. I might have stumbled upon a bounty rune, which is completely uncontested. There's a Hunscan TPing away with that Riverside bounty. And 3 go in the hands of Alliance, and a DD rune for Nico baby. So Aegis, DD, so Basher. Scary things ahead for Live to Win if they get caught here. And they're heading straight towards Soneko, Immersion, and Dream. Coming from the low ground, 540 movement speed, and approaches straight into the hands of Soneko. That's going to be a quick kill. S4 finding the Lina as well, and Live to Win supports. Taken down one by one, both of them falling here. Afterlife gets to push that bottom tier 1 tower down at least, but Alliance, they can find a tier 2 tower in mid.
Radiant's courier
Something. Not completely empty-handed.
And
Alliance, they could easily pressure the high ground here. They have the Aegis, they have the Basher on Nico baby, BKB on Limp. They've got nothing to be afraid of. Lifesteal is just about to complete the AC.
Radiant's middle tower has
Leshrac has not, Live to Win just aren't tanky right now. They don't do any damage, and they don't have any ability to even take a team fight. They're actually in such a dire position. And Alliance, they identify this. They're just ignoring Live to Win. They just don't care what they're throwing at them.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Sven has a blink available, but what do you do? What do you do with it? AC is completed.
The best way to fight here. Like they need to kite out this troll. They need to troll to ultimate and then drag him deep into the tier 4s and hope that he has bad positioning.
Have the infested creep at least, so the Lifestealer manages to walk out. He's lost 52 of his damage. The Alpha Wolf is also dead, so that's also a portion of damage gone limp. Trying to bait out some kind of reaction from Live to Win there. LSA stun misses again. The melee racks are already down. And Nico baby's having the time of his life right now. He doesn't care. He doesn't give 2 damns about what Live to Win is doing to you right now. And he's just bashing up this Lifestealer, slowly chipping him down as well, but doesn't quite get the kill to go through. Nico baby still hitting that range racks, and in a moment it will fall as well. Mid-rack gone. Alliance secure the first lane. Maybe even onto more, because they are feeling it. 1 minute for the Aegis to expire. A second smoke from Live to Win instantly pops Immersion on Soneko, so they don't have any kind of advantage to surprise them right now. They're trying to find an opening. They're trying to find an entry. They're going to go and limp on the sidelines, and FNG's there. S4, he's reading the moves as well, and FN is falling. Leshrac is down with a buyback coming in instantly, and Nico baby, those arena hits while they're soaking up all of the rifles from Immersion right now. Nico baby going deeper, going straight onto the hands of the Lifestealer. Dream in trouble. Dream is falling down as well, and he will fall. And Nico baby will look for FN as well. FN dead dieback on this Leshrac, and Alliance GG. 22 minutes, just like that. Live to Win. Their spine cracks, and Alliance will win Division 2. What an ending.
Yeah, a great story for Alliance, especially the Division 1 performance. Like the idea is like For sure. But like for me, it's the fact that, you know, Alliance, they had a really troubled Division 1 stage. They get dropped down to Division 2. Of course, they're playing up against like these weaker teams, but they do show that they